haven't been reading a lot since like August because I've been like in a slump of reading, but also of life. Yesterday I went and bought these 2 books that I'm actually so excited to read. And I thought, you know what? I feel like doing a little reading vlog. So I think we're gonna start with Kingdom of the Wicked. I don't know anything but the fact that it's fantasy and that, you know, it's these 2 sisters that die. No, one sister dies, the other one goes to find the killer. Perhaps they fall in love. What does this say about me? But honestly, I want to go into it blind because I feel like if not, I'll spook myself out and I just won't read. So yeah, welcome to today's video. It's gonna be a good one. Who's excited? We're back with the book videos. I need to calm down. I'm on page 28. Thus far, very creepy, very scared. Like you feel the witch vibes. This would have been a perfect read for October. The writing style, I don't know how I feel about it yet. I don't hate it. It's a little particular. Rise and shine, girlies. I'm eating breakfast, except it tastes like shit because I just brushed my teeth. My first initial thoughts, very ominous. You know when you feel that something is about to go very, very wrong. I'm at page 58. I'm ending chapter 7. I feel like I'm starting to get into it. The first few pages, like the prologue, from just the synopsis, you know already a few things that have not happened yet. But now that I've made a little bit of progress, I'm definitely getting more absorbed. And I'm honestly pretty excited. I feel like there's a lot of potential. So I'm gonna read a lot more today, I think. Just wanted to update you guys. We kind of only know about one main character. And I also have like one personal prediction that I can't tell you obviously because it would be a spoiler. But I feel like they're not putting a lot of spotlight on a specific situation, a specific person for a really specific reason. And I'm just like, I think I know why. It's getting so good. I'm at page 162. My Goodreads says I was at page 282, but I'm scanning the last few pages and I literally do not remember reading that. I read until 3 a.m. I was eating this shit up. The characters, the development, the quest, the banter, the tension. I don't want to go into details because I don't want to spoil it, but so far my prediction that I had made hasn't happened yet. It's really good. Honestly, the only thing that really bothered me is like the writing style, just because, sorry about the construction, like it just never stops here. Yeah, the writing style, just because it's very much telling instead of showing. And I feel like maybe if it's YA, that would be why. I'm not sure if it's YA or not. I will say that if you're really heavily into fantasy and you like a big plot and a big world building, like if you like The Cruel Prince for more than just a romance, maybe this won't be your cup of tea. I definitely read books that had like such a flimsy world structure, but it's definitely not the most complicated world. I think it's very much character driven. I am loving it so far. I think after I reach like page 100, there was no going back. I will finish this book today, I think. There was like a little, not plot twist, but kind of like a little revelation that caught me off guard, and I was like, oh. And then there was this one scene. This is so weird, talking about a book without spoiling it, but okay, let me just tell you. Let me just give you a little synopsis of this book from what I know thus far. Basically, these 2 twins are witches. They've been raised in a witch family amongst a human world, but they're not like witches like freaking doing potions and like hiding from the rest of the world. Although they are hiding from the rest of the world, no other witches, they're not living in like intense, imminent fear. They're kind of living a very human-like normal life. And these 2 twins, you know, obviously twins, been bestie forever, except they have very different personalities. One is more outgoing, taking a risk. One is more calm, collected. And one day something happens to one of the twins that drives the other twin to an opposite personality. She wants to seek vengeance. And in this quest, she meets things and people that she didn't even know existed. She didn't even believe in up until that moment, although she's a freaking witch, so she should believe that everything is possible. Yeah. In this quest for vengeance, she literally meets a variety of people and finds herself aligning with with unlikely partners. That was so That was so vague, but honestly, I feel like sometimes you enjoy books when you go into it blind, but also the point of this video is me giving my thoughts. So yeah, that's a little synopsis thus far. Yeah. I'm just going to say oh, now I remember what she did. Okay, yeah. And by the way, the twin that is up and running, you know what, I'm not gonna tell you. Yeah, I am. Emilia. Her name is Emilia. Emilia. Chapter 37. Oh my god, she just said, as of which I really needed to stop thinking some creatures were myths and legends. And I couldn't agree more. And this whole time she's been surprised freaking demons and werewolves exist. And I'm just like, girl, you're literally a witch. Guys, I'm unwell. I don't even know how to say this without sounding cringy. Why am I so dramatic? Let's just say things are getting heated. And I'm scared. I'm scared because nothing in fantasy is that easy. Ghosts? I literally can't. No. 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 Okay. Oh, fuck. Hi. We finished this book. Let's just talk about it. I finished it yesterday night and I just needed to collect my thoughts, honestly, before coming before you and talking. Also, if you hear noise, listen, I live in Montreal. Construction is basically a part of the environment here. Anyways, let's talk about this book. I think I mentioned this in this vlog, but I was unsure of whether it was YA or not, just because the writing style I felt was very easy, very targeted towards a younger audience. But then again, there was like these little, well, first of all, it was kind of, I personally thrive off of YA tension and romance, and I don't feel like I need things to be that graphic for me to be invested and feel things. However, I felt like it pushed the limits sometimes of YA, so it's like, okay, maybe this is not YA. And also, I felt like there were these little innuendos, is that the right word? Like that only people who were old enough and mature enough would like get. What I can think of at the top of my mind is when one of the characters is saying something like, do you have a death wish? And the other one responds, not even a little death. Like, if you know, you know. Like, would a 14-year-old know? So anyways, I did a little bit of research. I saw that some people say it's YA, some people say that it's being written as new adult. I think I'm leaning more towards the new adult category. Honestly, I haven't really been reading since August. I haven't craved reading. The books that I picked up didn't really make me want to read more. So just for that reason, I feel like I love this book more than, you know, maybe I would have a few months ago, because I finished it in a couple of days and it's making me want to read more books. And I just had so much fun reading. And you know, after the 100 pages mark, as I said, like I literally could not stop. I was so invested in the quest, in the mission that the character goes on, in the characters, in the relationships, the development, the plot, just waiting to see what happened. The ending, honestly, was so confusing. The only thing that got me through it was like the bonus chapters at the end that were like the beginning of the second book of the series. But honestly, even though I was so confused, I was still so confused, I was still so excited to see what was gonna happen next. I was like, okay, maybe I'm okay with the ending not making that much sense to me. Maybe we'll get some closure in the next one. So honestly, I feel like I'm saying nothing because I don't want to spoil anything, because I went into it completely blind. I talked to my friend about this book and she said like, oh yeah, I've seen it on TikTok. And because of TikTok, she was kind of put off from reading it. I am reading this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Yeah, just because it was super enjoyable, super easy to read. Even when I wasn't reading this book, I was thinking about it. Overall, just I enjoy the reading experience, and I sometimes feel like I don't give enough points to books because of the reading experience, because I'm like, how much of it was the actual book? But it is the book. Fun story, I actually finished it at the bookstore. I went there to read, and immediately after I went looking for the second book. And honestly, initially I couldn't find it and I was devastated. But as I'm leaving there, I'm like, I see like a TikTok table, they have multiple ones, and I see that there's 2 copies left. And I honestly was so happy I could almost cry, because you know, I felt like you're so invested in the plot and in the characters and in the world. You just want to keep going and you don't want to ruin the flow by starting other books. So anyways, I'm just super excited that I was able to find this. I also snatched the third just in case. And yeah, I actually already started this. I'm at page 40. I'm at page 51 of the second book, and so far I feel like the writing is just a little bit repetitive, in the sense that like it's just the same adjectives and like words to describe the same things. Granted, there's only so many words, but sometimes I'm like, okay. Other than that, it's pretty good. I mean, I'm just obsessed with the characters. I think that's what it is. I don't know if I'm reading too fast, but what's going on, like the mission they're on, like they're kind of like in, how do I explain this? Like they're on this mission in this other world, go through this challenge. I don't even know. I'm a bit confused on why, like, I feel like we're trying to get some tropes and some plot points across, but the way we get to them doesn't always make that much sense. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say. So I got my nails done. That's why I'm like. Also, why is Emilia always naked in front of Raph? Like, first few times it was fine, you know, whatever, like it was the moment, but now it's just awkward. I'm just embarrassed for her. Like, can't someone else help her out? Like, why does she always have to be naked in front of him? It's a part of the environmental. What is that thing that you can see? Oh, camera's literally dirty.